Okay, today I am taking a look at Benchmark Bonded. This is a Buffalo Trace product. This is mash bill 1, so this shares a mash bill with Eagle Rare, Stagg, E.H. Taylor, and then also shares a mash bill with the regular Buffalo Trace release. So as we've noted in the past, regular Buffalo Trace is one heck of a deal. It's an 8-year-old age profile, so most of the juice is 8 years old. It's under $30 a bottle, and it's bottled at 90 proof. However, Benchmark Bonded gives you a look at that mash bill, that recipe, at a 4-year-old, bottled at 100 proof. So half the age, but 20 more proof, or 10 more proof points. And a thing that I think is really interesting about Benchmark 1, we're lucky in Indiana to have this full lineup of benchmarks. I wish they wouldn't have released them all at once a few years ago. Kind of took some of the specialness out of it, but they're here, they exist, and as you taste through them, you know, each one is a little bit different. And this one, what we're trying today, is bonded. So obviously bottle and bond. Nice little cinnamon brown sugar nose on this. There's a soft floral aroma. There's a little bit of a hay note here. More cinnamon sugar. And there's maybe some almond joy. So there's like a chocolate coconut thing going on as well. Now I'm starting to pick up a little bit more fruit, but still that floral, still that warm hay note coming through. And there's the chocolate. And there's that coconut. So light, sweet, maybe a little bit of depth, a little bit of richness here, but that's just the nose. All right, let's dig in. Mandarin orange, mint tea. There's a very generous spice note here. There's more of a caramel toffee thing going on the mid palate. There's not a ton of oak spice. It's not an old bourbon. It's not a long age bourbon like a lot of the Sazerac releases. It has got a nice balance of the sweet and the fruit, and a little touch of like that tea note, and a little bit of the spice, just kind of that barrel spice, which I think produces that tea note a little bit on the finish, but really a nice, lovely nose. I mean, that hay note especially is very interesting to me. That cinnamon sugar note is very good, and then that obviously that almond joy is kind of a surprise for me as well. So this is you know, if you want something, if you like Buffalo Trace, which to me is just one of the best everyday releases, I think it totally gets overlooked because that portfolio is so strong and so rich. The regular Buffalo Trace gets overlooked, not because it's bland or whatever. It's absolutely delicious, and having it in this format, in this 4-year-old, in this benchmark, at the different releases, but at this bonded, this 100 proof, is also great. I'm gonna do one more sip. This one gets better sip after sip. So that oak spice kind of fades from that first initial sip, and then you start to pick up a little bit more of the fruit and floral as you go through it. Because it's 100 proof, this would be great to throw on some ice cubes. And this is just a fantastic, nice, younger, 100 proof whiskey from obviously one of the best bourbon producers in the world. And I think it's worth a shot. All right, cheers.